What is up, guys? I am excited. I am going to my very first cornhole tournament. It is just a local, local club, I guess you call it. The Hill City Baggers here in Northwest Arkansas. They're having a Wednesday night partners event. Bring your own partner. I don't know anyone at this club. I know one person at this club, Jason, the guy that made my boards. He already had a partner. But luckily, Jason was able to find me a partner. I don't even know the guy's name yet, or girl. I don't know who it is. But I'm just thankful to be able to throw my hat in the ring and see what happens in live competition. I've been throwing around in the backyard, playing practice games on the app, things like that. They say if you want to get better at anything, you got to go compete and play against people better than you. So I'm assuming all these people are going to be better than me at this point, but it'll at least let me know where I'm at in the grand scheme of things and what I need to work on. And it'd also be nice to throw indoors for once, because it's been 105 degrees and hot in my backyard after work. So this is going to be fun. Have a recap afterwards. Hopefully I can get some footage in there.
All right, so I got in the Moose Lodge where they host this and was able to register real easy using the Scoreholio app, which I didn't know you did it this way, but use that QR code and they check you right into the tournament. Got to get in here and throw some practice rounds before we started our first game. And man, I had some nerves. I was throwing off the side of the board, throwing on the front of the board. And if you can see there, the ceiling's a little bit low. I've been playing outside this whole time, so I was kind of paranoid about the ceiling. I had to get used to that for a little bit. But I could tell I was nervous. Like I said, off the side, off the front. That one was okay. And then I think I throw one off the back at the end of my practice round here. But you know what? It's practice. It's all right. My partner, Brian, got to meet Brian Yarbrough for the first time. Super cool guy. He spun his bag to give us the first go round, and got us started right here against this team of ladies. They were super nice, super friendly, just like everybody was this night from this club. So my opponent over there went first. It was my turn. And this was my first throw of my tournament career. And I kept it right on the back of the board right there. So I had a little camera issue. I thought it was clear of the ridge, but it wasn't. Second bag stayed on the back as well. I was kind of bunching them up back there, but I was just happy to be on the board after my nerves in practice. She went off the side there. And then I got my first bag in the hole. And that, once I saw one go in, it's kind of like when I used to shoot hoops, man. When you see one go in, when a shooter sees one goes in, he gets excited. So, boom, two in. 2 on, 2 in, scored 8 points in my first round. After my partner scored a little bit, it went back to me. And we had a pretty commanding lead. I think we were up like 10-0 at this point in the game. And I was starting to kind of get in a little bit of a groove anyway. Felt better throwing the bags. At least getting them on the board and having the right distance kind of dialed in. Was able to push one in there, left 2 on. My partner kind of coached me up and said I should have used slick side, which I was kind of using slow side because I was nervous about throwing them all off the bag. But we ended up closing the game out right here. My partner did. We won the first game 21-0. These ladies were super nice, but they had a little trouble keeping it on the board. But, hey, 21-0. First game out. Here we go. Feeling pretty good about our cornhole tournament chances. The second game, we ran into a pretty good team. I don't know what to say about it much other than that they as we handed it to that first team we played, these guys handed it to us pretty good. But they were very, very nice. The guy on my end down there, his name was JJ, I believe. He gave me some pointers on etiquette, gave me some ideas on how to follow through more consistently. Even actually took the time to show me how to throw a roll shot that he tried here in practice. You'll see that in just a minute. But just warming up, I was just trying to get them on the board, and these guys were trying to throw blockers and push shots and roll bags. Like right here, he pushed this one, and he almost got it all the way up there. And name of the game for me, I just wanted to stay on the board. On the board with a couple in the hole, and it'd be a successful round or a successful night for me. And you see that roll back there. Once again, my camera I thought was clear, but it was not. You can see him down there on the other end. Super cool. He actually got a bag out of his backpack and showed me how to grip for a roll shot if I was ever going to try to do that. So to take the time to do that with somebody he didn't even know, very cool. But game started. They got a lead on us pretty quick. I tried to hang in there, but I got a little shook. Threw one off the side, as you saw there to start. But stayed around the hole for the most part the rest of the match. And after that, there was a 2-match round robin. This was our second match. We lost this match 21-7. and moved on to the first round of bracket play. Got the camera adjusted a little bit so you can actually see the board in this round. But these folks are pretty good. This team is called Velvet Revolver. They're actually ranked in the ACO World standings. They're going to the World Championships in Branson next week. I was playing against, her name is Velvet, down there on the other end. Nice lady once again. And I actually felt like I held my own against her till the very end of this match. It looks like I'm setting blockers there. I was just trying to make them. They just stopped short. But it worked out okay. We're just kind of piling up bags on the board there. She clogged the hole up a little bit right there, and I went for a little push shot right here and actually was able to get one of them, one of mine, and then she dropped one of hers. So good round for both of us. Partners went, and my partner's opponent on his end scored some points for them. Another round with me and Velvet. Just show you some highlights. I will show you some lowlights as well. I'm throwing Reynolds Typhoons, and my partner Brian was cool enough to let me use my bags. I told him, I said, hey, you're better than me. You've done this. Let's use your bags if you want. And he was like, no. You're new. Let's be more comfortable. Just use yours. So it took him a while to adjust to mine. And, he was cool about it. Didn't really care. We still had a blast, even though we didn't obviously win the tournament. But making that last shot felt pretty good to me. Pretty excited about it. My partner and he was kind of keeping us in this match, trying to stay afloat, but we slid off right there. And right here, this is the end of the match, and I'll show you some comedy. As I started feeling the pressure to try to keep us in this first match of double elimination. So right here, I needed to be in to keep the match going, and I bounced it off the ceiling. I hadn't hit one off the ceiling even in warm-ups all night, but by God, I did right then. Next match, we played the ladies. We actually played in round robin play earlier once again, and faced them in the second round or in the losers bracket, and ended up having a pretty solid match against them as well. We scored quite a few points. We ended up winning this one 21-3. All right, next round in the bracket play, the second match of our third match of the night, and we are in the losers bracket. So one loss and you're heading home at this point. And these guys are pretty good as well. My partner had been carrying us all night, but he struggled out of the gate on this one. Ended up the other team pulled an 11 spot to start the match. But I don't blame my partner at all. He was awesome all night and kind of kept us afloat, staying in and around the hole most of the night. But we got off to a rough start in this one and really could never recover from it. But I'm still going to show you some highlights from the match nonetheless. So coming back the other way, once again, the guy I was thrown against was super cool, very helpful when I asked him about strategy during the game. Even a few times when I would throw, I'd say, what would you have done right there? And he was cool enough to let me know what he would have done right there, which you don't see that too often, I guess, in some competitions. And he actually helps the camera angle out here in a second. I'm kind of stacking bags right there on the side of the hole. And actually slide that one in, which was awesome. And he airmails and hits the deal, and my camera slips down, which I wish it would have been this way the whole time. But you can see I got two in the front, one in the hole. And I go for a push shot and almost airmail it in there, grab that one, and score some points for our team. Fast forward to the next time, it's our turn on the other end. You see my partner's got some my opponent's got some slick bags sliding in there. But my main thing is I wanted to stay around the hole or on the board. And I was able to do that, I thought, for the most part. But when I look at the stats afterwards, I really got some room to improve on the staying on the board. It really would have made a difference in my, I think they call it PPR, your points per round. And then right here, these guys close us out. And this is our second loss of the double elimination bracket. We end up 2-3 on the night. And our night is over. But I tell you what, my partner Brian was awesome. We're probably going to partner up again next time around, next week. I had such a good time. The club was awesome. You can see here, Scoreholio is really cool. It's got like your stats of each round and your personal stats on your profile. My PPR was 6.3 7, which I was really happy with. I know that's not great, but I was really happy with it. But my biggest deal was I was off the board 17% of the time. If I could just correct the getting off the board part, my PPR is going to go up at least a point. So I know what I need to work on. I'm excited to get back to the backyard and get to work, and then come back out here next week and give it another run with the Hill City Baggers. I appreciated them having me. Well, I waited till the next day after the tournament wrapped up to kind of recap my experience there. I can't say enough about how great the Hill City Baggers Club was and all the people that I met from registration all the way through to the people I was playing against. I had a great time. I can't wait to go back and play in my next tournament. Of course, I need to get a lot better, which I figured I would learn that there. But, man, I had a blast. We won a couple games, lost some games. You saw in the highlights there. But overall, a great experience. I was already kind of hooked just practicing in my backyard, but now that I've played in a tournament, I'm definitely hooked. So I can't wait to get back this week and play again. As always, thank y'all for watching this. Please hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom of the screen. Appreciate it, everybody.